Hey Dr. White, what is going on? I am back again talking about Amy Rosenberg's book that you asked us to read, and today we're going through chapters 1 to 3, so let's get right into it. Chapter 1 is kind of just a basic overview of what PR is. It's literally entitled PR 101. Public relations in its simplest form is relating your company to the public. At PCC, you can have an advertising and public relations major, but really what is the difference between them? When we think about the peso model, we have paid, earned, shared, and owned media. Now this is talking about the different types of media that you can have going out for your company. Paid media is media that you pay other people to make for you or to push out. Earned media is when somebody decides to do something for you. Think of like a news outlet, stuff like that. Shared media is when you do a collaboration with somebody. Think about like a collaboration post on Instagram where one single post goes out to both accounts. And then owned media is media that you do in-house for yourself and for your own company. The big difference between these two is public relations is typically just earned media, and advertising is typically just paid media. Both of them can cross over into other areas, but they typically like to stay in that part of the peso model. The great thing about public relations is earned media is seen as being more credible than the rest of the peso model, or the PSO model if you take the earned out. Chapter 1 was pretty short, but Chapter 2 really talks about just forgetting your story. What does that even mean? Really, it just means don't wait to talk about the perfect story. Waiting on perfection can really delay outreach. A couple tips that Amy shared was that you should follow the news daily to understand what's actually getting shared. And instead of trying to craft the perfect story to put out, maybe just try to find something that's newsworthy. Real public relations begins with identifying and analyzing these new ideas. Chapter 3 is where the real meat of this entire video is from. Chapter 3 is talking all about your PR toolbox. Just like any handyman will tell you, if you don't have the right tools in your toolbox when you need them, you're not going to be able to do the job correctly. These tools that we're talking about are ways that you can get your story and your voice and your brand out there. They include things like press releases, social media posts. We're talking even telephone calls and this thing they call snail mail. I'm not really sure what that is. We don't really use that in this generation anymore. Really, the most important skill that you can add to your public relations toolbox is instinct and adaptability. My daughter always tells me this. Always plan for plan A, but typically plan A fails. So always have a plan B just in case. And when that one fails, do what you think is best. Part of public relations is being flexible. You have to be able to adapt to the situation that comes near you and act fast. And putting the right tools in your toolbox and having somewhere to jump off of, like a newsworthy story, is a great start to being ready to launch off in your public relations career. At the end of chapter 1, Amy lays out all these different archetypes of PR people that we can be. And I've identified one that I think would work perfect for me. I want to be the B2B'er. I want to be the guy that is going to the parties, is going to the trade shows, setting up things, getting connections, building relationships with people outside of my company, not just news outlets and stuff, but also other companies. Anyway, Dr. White, that is it for me today. I'll see you in the next video.